My motivation comes from somewhere I really don't actually recognise. There's just something inside me that I have to get up and get going, making things, you know. I'm not motivated to get up and clean my house. I'm motivated to get up and go to the workshop. Yeah, it's nuts. I'm Hannah Kidd. I'm a sculptor. I make work mostly out of steel and corrugated iron that's welded, and my work is about the environment and the way that we inhabit it. I chose materials that I work with. That started at art school. I was already making frameworks out of steel rod, and then when I came out of school I got myself a welder and continued doing that, but just finding other ways to bring together the three-dimensional form that had more visual impact. I think one day I just picked up a bit of tin from behind the garage, flattened it out with a hammer and chopped it up, and then welded it onto the framework. Sometimes if I'm building a framework, you know, I can actually probably pull it apart and remake it like 3 or 4 times as I'm doing it, as you would a drawing. I need to really have time to make mistakes. You know, that's really important too. So in the workshop at the moment, I've got a project that is going to sculpture on the peninsula, where I'm creating faces on old diesel tanks and silos. And I'm also finishing off a commission of a black Labrador and ice creams. It's really good to have a variety of pieces to work on, like large things that are incredibly labour intensive to things that may only take a few days to complete. What I'm trying to do with my artworks is to get people to think about themselves. They're always to do with the human condition and how I react to people, how people react to people, and what I see in the environment. Even though I tend to make a lot of animals, they're really a vehicle for people to think about themselves. One of my current projects is a sculpture about Mr. Whippy from a show that I had, Worship, at Methven Gallery, because our local Mr. Whippy died recently, tragically, in his van, and I wanted to make a shrine for him. So I created a life-size sculpture of a Mr. Whippy, and he's like an everyman. And then I surrounded the sculpture with a rainbow of all the different types of ice creams that he made, and that made me feel better in my heart about this poor chap that had passed away. The most rewarding thing about being an artist is getting that feedback from, it can be anybody, from art professionals through to my family, through to the courier, you know, dropping something off and going, oh shit, that looks awesome. Yeah, that's rewarding. I imagine doing something else basically every day. I'm like, why am I doing this? Why did I choose this as my career? I could be a gardener, I could be a marine biologist, but I couldn't. You know, this is what I do, it's what I've always wanted to do, so I was lucky in the fact that I knew from a very young age that I wanted to be an artist. Yeah.